Spider-Man 2 is just around the corner, and we can't wait to find out if Harry Osborn will be the Venom in this game. By the way, did you know that Spider-Man 2 is a secret haven for Marvel character cameos? And we are not talking about the obvious ones like Doc Ock or the Scorpion, but maybe the likes of Daredevil and Wolverine, you never know. Get ready to be amazed as we uncover 10 incredible details you probably did not know about the upcoming Marvel Spider-Man 2. Let's find out. Spider-Man 2 will feature an entire cast of known and unknown characters from Marvel, like some lesser-known heroes and villains that will possibly make their appearance throughout the game. The first character is Wraith. Now, who is Wraith? You may recall Yuri Watanabe from Spider-Man's DLC The City That Never Sleeps, who was Spider-Man's contact and friend. We are expecting her to be a sort of anti-hero vigilante in the game. Speaking of an anti-hero vigilante, Felicia Hardy as Black Cat may return to help Spidey against Kraven the Hunter during some harmless cat burglary. Other anticipated cameo characters may include Kraven's half-brother Dimitri, or better known as the Chameleon, the Shocker, and with subtle references to Daredevil like the Murdoch business card via collectibles, or Josie's Bar, or the Nelson and Murdoch law office as a landmark. We may see the Daredevil somewhere, either helping Spidey in action or offering his advice as a lawyer as Matt Murdock. Okay, I could have added this to the previous point, but this one is pretty huge. At the recent Summer Game Fest during the show, game director Brian Intihar mentioned that the Kraven the Hunter is hunting all the Marvel characters living in the New York City, including Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and others within quotes. Well, we all know that Charles Xavier School for the Gifted is in New York, so Wolverine may not be far. And let's not forget, Kraven is a hunter. Wolverine has animalistic tendencies, so an encounter does make sense. What do you think? Is this theory possible? Let us know in the comments below. There have been theories floating around regarding Venom as a playable character in Spider-Man 2, and I will state all of them for you. To begin with, Venom's co-creator, Todd McFarlane, did imply that Venom is playable in Spider-Man 2. In the recent Comic-Con at San Diego, he said, and I quote, "I did play that. I don't want that skinny Peter Parker. Dude, I'm going for that big dude over there. Like anybody that can throw around tanks. Done." End quote. Apart from this, Spider-Man 2 co-developer Brittany Morris, who is also an advanced writer for the game, tweeted, "I was in the room when we recorded the 'We are going to heal the world' line, and when I tell you, everyone in the room stopped breathing." And a Twitter user replied asking if Venom was playable. Instead of saying a big straight no, Brittany Morris says, "October 20th, we'll find out." Apart from these, the advent of Venom-specific merchandise, namely stickers for the game, comprises of Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Venom. And yes, no Kraven or any other villain but Venom. And this hints towards the fact that Venom will be playable at certain segments of the game. Now, as per the trailers, it's quite evident that Insomniac and Sony wants us to believe that Harry Osborn is the new Venom. And this could possibly be true. During the course of Spider-Man PS4, we were made to believe via collectibles that Harry was somewhere in Europe pursuing his studies. However, the second end credit scene of the game reveals that Harry has been placed into a symbiotic tank and is suffering from cancer, a disease that affected his mom too. This happened because his father Norman Osborn overlooked the tank, but later he expressed his desire that Harry be released from the tank. In Spider-Man 2, Heal the World has quite a significance. Now, if you followed the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, you would know that the symbiote suit wasn't an alien substance, but an artificially generated man-made substance to cure cancer, kind of linked to some specific DNA code. And I think we can connect the dots. Harry too wants to heal the world and possibly cure cancer. But it appears that the symbiote suit has a mind of its own and will possibly bond with other cancer patients or even super villains. So even if Harry starts as the Venom, he may not be the only Venom in the game. During an interview while promoting the game, the voice actor for Miles Morales, Najee Jetta, was asked if Miles Morales gets the symbiote suit, to which Najee Jetta replies by saying, "They're gonna be everywhere." This basically implies that Spider-Man and Miles Morales and the other cast of characters will possibly face off against a horde of symbiotic enemies towards the end of the game. And as mentioned earlier, it is quite possible that some supervillains may bond with the suit at some point during the course of the game. During its 10 minutes gameplay reveal at the PlayStation Showcase, we learned that Spidey and Miles both have underarm web wings, which means players will be able to traverse more distance in the living and breathing city of New York. But there is an interesting fact that you probably didn't know. In Spider-Man PS4, one of the backpack collectibles comprised of a web wing which was stone, and Peter mentioned that he wasn't able to do the design right. But during the course of Spider-Man 2, it's obvious that Peter and Miles have probably worked together and got the web wing perfected for action. You will be able to use the web wings through wind tunnels to move across the city at a super fast speed. And the swinging speed too has been improved, and it is quicker and amplified compared to the previous installments. So apart from the fact that Peter and Miles get a wingsuit, Spider-Man also has a new black suit. As such, this helps him embrace the darker side of his personality, which we will discuss in a bit, but also gives him powerful symbiote abilities. As per a recent PlayStation blog, Senior Creative Director Brian Intihar confirms that along with Peter's spider arms and symbiote powers, Miles now brings two forms of bioelectric venom to every fight. And you can combine all the available gadgets, leading to some exciting combos. Also, the combos appear to be similar to Batman Arkham City, with more heavy attacks and brutal combos and finishing movesets. There will be 3 skill trees, one for Peter, one for Miles, and one shared skill tree between the two. Now, it was almost a decade ago, Rockstar introduced the praiseworthy character swapping mechanics among the game's 3 protagonists, and it was impressive, and it still is. And even though it's been confirmed that in Spider-Man 2 there will not be a co-op mode, but you will be able to switch between Peter and Miles during the course of the narrative. And it will be a seamless process too, and you can choose and pick whom to play for a certain activity. We are really excited about this. Mixing and matching gameplay, traversal and combat between Miles and Peter is definitely going to be fun. In the recent story trailer, Mr. Negative makes his return, and this is a bit of a spoiler for Spider-Man Miles Morales. So if you haven't played the game, just skip 30 seconds ahead. I'm gonna wait here. Okay, still here? Alright, here we go. So, in Spider-Man Miles Morales, Miles' father was killed by Mr. Negative, since the latter was responsible for a terrorist attack at a ceremony, and this was a pretty emotional scene. In the story trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, Mr. Negative makes his return. Now, Miles never went face to face with Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative, and this will be his direct confrontation. Also, it is possible that Miles gets the symbiote suit at some point in the game, in his desperate attempt to seek vengeance for his father's death. On the other hand, we will see that the symbiote suit overtake Peter's rational thinking at some time, like pushing him to be more violent and aggressive. And at one point during the story trailer, we see Mary Jane actually trying to hide from the black suit Spider-Man. Insomniac had made it clear in their promotions and interviews that the game will sport an overall darker tone in terms of its color palette and even its narrative. In the article published by Famitsu, Insomniac Games creative director Brian Intihar mentioned that Queens and Brooklyn have been added to the game world, so the map size will be roughly 2 times larger than the previous titles. He also mentioned that since these areas are somewhat smaller and residential, the experience while swinging around will be a bit different from Manhattan. Okay, here's a bonus segment for you all. It's been made clear that Spider-Man's black suit we saw in the trailers is not its physical and visual form. The black suit will keep evolving physically throughout the entire game. And I'm unsure if this is tied to some kind of karma mechanics, but it will be interesting. Also, the return of Mr. Negative makes sense. He may have had a change of heart. In the story trailer, he seems to be visually transformed. He sports a beard and a long hair and seemingly appeared guilty of his past actions. If yes, here's an interesting bit. He could use his skills and alter the make of the alien parasite or the black symbiote suit, purify Venom and create anti-Venom. thus converting the monster into a lethal protector and opening avenues to play the game as anti-Venom. Now you will be able to change the color of your suits too in the game. The game's color variant unlocks means that you will be able to switch up the color palette and add a personal touch. Speaking about suits, while buying the Digital Deluxe Edition, you will be charged an extra $10, but you will get 10 unique suits, additional photo mode frames and stickers, and 2 additional skill points. Those buying physical editions can still upgrade to the Digital Deluxe Edition via PlayStation Store. Spider-Man 2 is releasing on PlayStation on 20th October and we can hardly contain ourselves. And with that, we reach the end of a web-slinging adventure. If we may have missed any detail that your eagle eye may have noticed, comment below and let us know. For 10 amazing details on the upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage, click right, and to uncover the secrets behind Diablo 4's 666 million revenue in sales, click left. Until next time, keep gaming and keep gossiping.